welcome. I'm LaSharon of Pilates by LaSharon, and today we will be working the gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus. Gluteus maximus. What's the gluteus maximus, you ask? That's this. The derriere, the butt, the bum. For whatever reason today, we're so fascinated about the butt. So we're gonna get you started and help you work on your best assets. As time goes on, your bum goes down, gravity, right? So today we're gonna call this bottoms up. So what's a ball got to do with your bum? Well, a lot. We're gonna start with bouncing. As you're bouncing, pull the abdominals in and up and lift. You're not standing per se, you're bouncing as you are. Think of a zipper zipping in and up the abdominals, and as you lift, those glutes are actually engaged. The muscles, without being crude, the vaginal muscles that you pull in and up, they're also known as kegels. You'll lift, and you're squeezing and lifting. Remember when you were a kid and you had the little ball in your bounce? So just have fun with it. Lift and lift. I want your bum up off the ball. Lift. Lift. This is actually fun. It gets the legs warmed up, get the abs engaged, the glutes engaged, and lift. What that causes you to start doing is working those core muscles from underneath. The abdominals, the hips are engaged. Think of straight posture. Lift, and make sure the ball stays up under you. And it actually trains the muscles when you're walking. Lift and lift. And feel those glutes underneath you. You don't really have to squeeze them, but you lift. You lift. They're kind of like kegels. Lift and lift. So that keeps a great posture. It works from the abdominals and it works from the hips, which is a true gait. Make sure your butt comes right up off of or your bum comes right up off the ball. And lift. And lift. And have fun with it. And lift. And lift. And lift. You really want to challenge yourself. You can put little weights in your arms, or you can just circle the arms. And lift. And lift. What does this have to do with your bum? A lot. Pause. Up from there. Okay, so we inhale, we tilt the pelvis back. Now we're doing pelvic tilts. Just loosen up those hips. Exhale, pull the abdominals in, rock the pelvis forward. Inhale, feel the stretch. So open up the lower back. Exhale, draw the navel, scoop, and pull forward. Make sure the knees don't go too far over your feet, just through the hips. Anterior tilt, which will be your hips over or higher than your pubis bone. And then the posterior tilt, where you'll see your hips lower than the pubis bone. Neutral spine is where the hips and the pubis bone are all in alignment. When you're standing, this creates proper posture. As you're lifting on the ball, you can see where that neutral spine can cause you to be in proper alignment with proper posture. Bouncing is also like a suspended squat. Lift, 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 lift. Get those glutes back activated. In Pilates, it's real important. A lot of importance is not range of motion so much as activation and engagement and muscle recruitment. Lift, lift. Ooh, it's a workout. It's cardio too, depending on how long you do it. You can feel those legs working the quads, the glutes, the abdominals. And again, training the body that when you're in your gait, you're in proper alignment and you walk through your hips. So I don't know if you've ever noticed a dancer walk in the room, and when they walk in the room, they may have danced 20 years prior. They may even be 50 pounds heavier. However, there was something about their posture or something about their connection and their gait that you could just tell they were a dancer. Well, those are the muscles that we're working now, so that when you go to walk, so imagine if you're walking, inhale left and extend, right? So the key is to move from the core with proper alignment. A 2-year-old learns to walk, right? And they walk. They don't disturb the core. They're using their glutes and then they run. However, as we get older, we start to take on different ways that we walk, which takes our body out of alignment. Our next series of exercise will be done on the mat, getting on all fours. Now we're gonna do donkey kicks and some leg lifts. I like to do quite a few pelvic tilts because I like to keep the lower spine open. Whenever the glutes get too tight, you run into a possibility of creating tightness in the lower spine. So I like to keep that nice and relaxed. Think of the tailbone as going toward the ceiling. Tuck, pull the navel into your spine, all the way up. Tilt the pelvis forward. Feel that stretch. Slowly tuck under. That's just to warm up the lower back. Get some pelvic movements in there. Exhale, draw the navel up to the spine. If at any time through exercising the glutes, you start getting tightness in the lower back, you can always just go into a pelvic tilt, whether it be on the ball, whether it be on all fours, or whether it be where you're actually laying supine, which is on your back. Taking one leg up, think of balancing rather than leaning to one side, so you'll pull those abdominals in and up. We'll start by just pressing bring the knee in and extend out. Get in and extend out. Draw the navel in, extend the leg long. Keep the abdominals in, keep the balance in the body. We'll do 12 to 15 and extend out. Knee comes forward and it goes out. Pull it in and you take it out. When you come in, pull the abdominals in. When you go out, extend the leg nice and long. Pull it in and extend out. Keep the abdominals in the whole time. Navel to your spine. Keep the balance in both forearms. With the last one, you'll bring your foot in. You'll press up toward the ceiling. Keep the abdominals in and lift. Be sure to keep those abs in and up. Be sure to balance on both arm and leg as if you're a three-legged table. It's like you have a weight on your heel and you're lifting it up. Draw the navel, press, press. You should feel a burn about now. Draw that navel and press. Lift, press like you're pressing the sky up. And you press, and you press. Lift, 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 and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just when you thought it was over, now we're going to do mini pumps, and we're going to take them up a little higher. 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep pressing up. Look, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, we're going to take it out and bring it in. Take it out and bring it in. Just like you were doing a hamstring curl. Staying lifted in the abdominals, lifted in the shoulders. And bring it in. Okay, so now we're working a hamstring. You're going to tilt the pelvis forward, tilt back, same as when we're sitting on the ball. Just kind of tilt forward. Anterior tilt. Go into the exterior, scoop the abdominals, lift up into the air. Extend out and bring it in. Extend out and bring it in. Extend the legs out and pull in. Take it out and pull in. Push out and pull it in. Push out and pull it in. Working those hamstrings. You'll articulate back into your mat one vertebra at a time. You can also go one leg at a time. The key on this is you can take the leg over if you like, or take it right up. Really challenge your core. We're going to do squats. These are kettlebells. You can do regular dumbbells or kettlebells. Cool thing about kettlebells is they'll go with the movement of your wrists, whichever direction you want to take them. Thighs, gonna work your glutes. Gonna turn the toes out, a little bit wider than your shoulders. Hands are right in front, lift the chest up, get your booty in. Shoulders on the back, pull the abdominals in and up. You'll press the knees out as if you were doing ballet. Press the heels into the ground to come back up. open wide, so try not to make those knees where they're in front. You want to keep everything in alignment, nice line. Pull the abdominals in, press the heels. Think of stretching and then pressing through the heels to grow tall. Stretch, press, stretch. Think of going wide as you go down and tall as you come up. Another set of squats. The first ones are wide. This one's going to be close in alignment with your hip flexors. If you're like me and you don't have a great range of motion flat foot, you can put a mat underneath you or give yourself a little elevation in your heels, and that will help you get down a little further with proper form. So you can use weights. I'm going to start off with no weights. Push back and take it up. Now I like to take my arms in front of me because it counterbalances, allows to go down a little further. Watch the knees to make sure they're not over the toes. Try to keep the spine in alignment and actually move from the hips. So the counterbalance is as your hips go back, the arms go out. You could take dumbbells and you could take them to your side. Lifting up and down. So still think of it zipping up, lifting through the abdominals. And then you can grab your weights if you like. And come up. So squat. You can use weights. These are a little heavy for me, so I'm going to use one. Okay? Take it out and bring it up. If you had two weights, you would just take one in either hand. But you're also working shoulders on this one. So get that squat and lift it up. Make sure to keep the abdominals in. Chest up. Spine in proper alignment. And breathe. Our next exercise is the lunge. The lunge works pretty much the full leg. With your legs apart, you're going to take it down and bring it up. And bring it up. Be sure that front knee does not go over your toe. Our next exercise is the walking lunge. I love the walking lunge. The focus really is on the glutes. It works the full leg depending on how you do it. So what I like to do is take a step. I like to push your booty back and then come up. So it's kind of take a step forward, stick your booty out, and then bring it up. That way you work the front leg in the hamstring and glute. Causes you to use more of the glute. So you take this step, right? Push your booty back, lift straight up, like a step up. Push back and step it up. Push your booty back, come up. Foot forward, right? You can come back up, but you use more of the front quad. I like to focus on the glutes, so push back a little bit, then come up. So take the step, push back, and come up. Step, and up, and up, and up. Whew. So you go one way, you gotta go back the other way, right? Okay, so take your step, push your feet back, press into the heel to come up. So you really focus on the back of the leg and those glutes. Push back and up. Push back and up. Kind of like throwing a little booty in it. So our next exercise is the step ups. The cool thing about working outside is you don't need gym equipment or apparatus. So I found this amazing ladder that I get to do step ups on, and how wonderful that it has handles. But you could also do this in a park on a bench or on a picnic table. Get a bend, right? And up. Lower, keeping the spine straight. You can go down a little further if you like. And up. Being sure to engage those glutes when you come up. So I like to take the knee up a little higher to give it a little thrust forward in the glute. And up. Be careful with this if you have bad knees. Or maybe just find a little lower platform in which to stand up. But lift, so easy on the lower, and up. And up. And up. When you come up, really give it a knee, like you're kneeing something. Boom. Little martial arts, right? Knee somebody in the chin. Or somewhere else. Lift. Lift. Good. Keep the chest up. Abdominals engaged. And up. So we're going to listen to back up a little bit on the ball and go into some exercises that will work the back and the glutes a little bit more. Just just kind of bend down, roll over the ball, bend the knees and come up. Just kind of relax in the back. So your spine will actually take on the shape of the ball. Just kind of create a little relief in case it got tight through the workout. It's actually fun too. It's like, woo, look, Mom, no hands. And stretch. And when you're done, you'll stay right up over there. And you'll pull the abs in and up away from the ball. Shoulders on your back. You'll lift one leg up and then lower slowly. This is great for the lower back. Lift and lower. The glutes are actually tight in. If you think in terms that you have front plane of the body and the back plane. So everything on the back plane is connected. The calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, the hips, the lower back, shoulders. Gotta pull those abs in or you'll roll like I just did. And one more. You can do a few of those. Okay, the next one. Both legs. Slowly lower. And lift. Slowly lower. Think of extension as opposed to just lifting up. Scoop the abs. Extend up and out. Lower slowly. Be very mindful of your movement. Think of moving with intent. So every rep counts. It's as if you're building a building one brick at a time. We're building it one rep at a time. So to recap, the first exercise was the ball bouncing. Ball bouncing, remember the benefits of that were about the posture, shoulders on your back. It's also about pulling the abs in and up when you do the gait. So it worked from the abdominals, worked from the glutes, worked pretty much the whole core of getting that lift so that when you walk, when you stand, when you sit, there's a nice posture, there's a nice engaging of the core, of the glutes, and the hips. And then there were the mat exercises, which included the donkey kick, the heel presses, the leg curls, all of those great ones that work the glutes, that work through the hamstrings and the hips. Hamstring on the ball, work in the back of the leg, better known as the leg bicep. Those were the curls that were done on the ball, working the hamstrings, and then we went into the one-legged, which worked balance. It worked on the glutes and the hamstrings. Kettlebell exercises, which included squats, lunges, and deadlifts, all designed to work in the full leg, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the inner thighs. One-legged leg lifts on the ball and hip extensions, which were designed to work the hips as well as the back extensors.